All right, friends, look, I'm at the Hillsborough County Veterans Park, friends. We're down here doing our peaceful protest, friends. This is day three. And friends, we had our first group of supporters out here, friends. I told you, tomorrow there's going to be like 10 times as many. Friends, again, the Hillsborough County, friends, look, just for your reference, there's the road. I'm not into trickery, friends. We're going to do one whole shot. Here we are, friends. Here's the road. You come in, and then here's the park, everybody. Here's the park. Now, friends, what caught my attention was this abomination of a construction site, friends. Friends, I was out here yesterday, and I introduced myself to the two individuals, and friends, they didn't even speak English. Friends, I don't even know if they're here in our country legal. We're going to find out what that company is, and we're going to find out if there's any illegal hiring practices going on. Friends, you see any issues over here? Now, friends, I know it's a construction site, but look, friends, there's nothing telling me that I shouldn't walk over here. Friends, when I found this, it was like this, friends. Friends, when I found this yesterday, it was like that. And friends, there's a damn hole under here. Friends, this is not roped off. There's nothing here. There's nothing here to tell anyone to stay off this, except, friends, what's this gonna do for you? What is this doing? Friends, we got nails. I got nails, friends. Look at all this. I got nails sticking out here. Friends, my children could have come up to this and hurt themselves. Friends, look at this. I got a nail. Friends, I don't even think these things, oh my gosh, friends, these things aren't even, look, friends. Friends, look at that. Good Lord Jesus. Friends, I demand to know who's in charge of this construction. Look at this, friends. Friends, a 2x4 must have fallen down, huh? Friends, I demand one of y'all, friends, I am a busy guy. I'm going to be dealing with my lawyer tomorrow, doing my deposition for the assault and battery that I just got, friends. Hold on now. I need somebody to contact the state of Florida and find out when the investigator is going to come down here and do their investigation, friends. I'm doing all the documentation now. That way they can't come down here and clean it up. Friends, I went into the back, and that's where the confrontation was, and they have a job site. Oh, they're building another clubhouse for them, and all the rebar. There's like 100 rebars, and there's not one orange cap on any of them. And I almost tripped out there. So look, we're gonna stay here. Yeah, what time's the park close? 5 o'clock. Hey, look, everybody, these two the Marine and his diversity supervisor, well, they're back here. And friends, they gotta come out the gate, unless they're just gonna stay and sleep in the office tonight. Well, we're gonna be right here, friends. We'll let you know if they ever decide to come out and confront me, friends, because they gotta drive past here. But again, I need someone to call. We gotta get some pressure on these people. Look at this, friends. Look at this. This is unacceptable. This is 100% unacceptable. Safety violations all day long.